Before you say, I quit, pause and breathe. Before you throw in the towel and say that you're not doing your marriage anymore. Before you filing for divorce or seek a dissolution of your marriage, I need you to take a moment and be intentional. Before you give up on love and in its entirety, I want us to first of all have a honest conversation. Welcome. I am Coach Solomon Arasa. I am a certified marriage and family counselor from Team for USA. I'm also the founder of Legacy Coaching and Counseling Limited, where we help people heal, grow, and leave a lasting legacy. I want to tell you that I've worked alongside couples through their darkest relationship hurdle, marriage, through the valleys, and I can tell you this for free, that where you are presently is not the end. Several people have gone through that, several marriages have gone through that phase and came out successful. So I need you to pause and stay with me as we walk through this journey together to see how we can salvage your relationship. Today's session isn't designed for couples who have it all figured out. No, that's not what this is about. This is for couples like you and I that are facing real challenges. The warriors who have been fighting for their marriage from the word go. The ones who have been hurting in silence for months, for years, and hoping that a change will happen. And right now, they're presently dangerously low on hope. And yes, even for those who are mentally and psychologically drifting apart from their marriage and their partner. This is a strategy that we need to work together on so that we can salvage your marriage and so that you can be happy again. Before you say, I quit, I want us to go through things you can do to reset that marriage before it totally collapses. And in doing this, I want to ask you some very pertinent questions. And I want you to be brutally honest with me so that together we can come to terms with the reality and find a way to address the challenges that we are presently facing in our marriages so that we can come together and find answers and peace. So this is the question. Has this year taken a significant toll on your relationship with your partner? Financially, emotionally, or even spiritually, and maybe even to some degree, physically. I want you to know that you are not alone. Even if you're feeling right now that you and your partner is just like a business relationship or a roommate more than a romantic partner in that marriage right now. I want to tell you that there is hope. There is hope, and there is no need for you to give up right now. You may be feeling invisible in your marriage, unheard, or even emotionally and psychologically isolated, even when you are with someone in the same room, such as your spouse, and you still feel so lonely. I want to tell you that I feel your pain and I am here to help you. You see, have you caught yourself determining or daydreaming about what life might have looked like without all of this drama, all of these challenges that you're facing in your relationship? Let's take a moment to pause and I'll be right back. If your answers to all of these things that I've said in the past is yes, even if it's just to one of the questions that I did ask, I want you to hear this and hear it very clearly, that you are not alone in the struggle. And despite whatever emotional, psychological burnout that you may be feeling, or your body is right now telling you, I want you to know that your marriage is not doomed. And you can actually reset your marriage and reposition your marriage for a better and a thriving marriage relationship with your partner. So how is this going to happen? I am here to help you through this part. Here is something critical I need you to understand. Love doesn't just die in a single catastrophic moment. Yes, I understand that betrayals and traumas, can wound so deeply. But for most couple, this drift, this love gradually fades over time. And you see, in this very critical moment, this ordinary moment of our day-to-day life, it is at those times that we actually feel love being eroded. In those moments of silence that you settle for after a long and exhaustive day, rather than meeting someone to hold you and to share life with. It is those moments that where you are seeking for those connections when they are absent. The unspoken resentments that, you know, have accumulated over a long period of time, like interest on an unpaid emotional debt that has happened a long time ago. The compliments that used to once flow naturally, but right now it's awkward and it seems that it's being forced. You see, the hurt that were swept under the rug, but instead of it to go away, it's coming back to hurt you because they were not adequately addressed. The burden that you carry alone, even though it's supposed to be a partnership where your spouse have stopped believing even in you and in your ability to do certain things, and where they even fail to help in areas where you know that they actually can. The dreams that you have stopped sharing with your partner simply because there is no longer trust that you guys once shared and you guys once lavished on with enthusiasm and passion. I need you to anchor this truth deep within your heart. What you don't repair, you will eventually resent. And that unresolved, tension between you and your spouse can become an emotional erosion. It's slow, steady, but it is very, very devastating, effectively sweeping away and wearing you down and just breaking the strong foundation that both of you and love that both of you had once shared. So you need to ensure that you deal with any tension as quickly as it comes. The dangerous part is not is not the conflict itself. I need you to know that conflict is normal. The danger, it lies in how you allow this conflict to accumulate over time without addressing it as quickly as possible. And that conflict has now degenerated into such a catastrophic level that you need to call for an intention. So I want you to reflect on your relationship in the last months, weeks, and even years maybe, and take the right step right now. So if you're watching this, and if you're watching it, especially if you're watching it with your spouse, don't look at them. I need you to look at yourself, because sometimes we shift our attention to our spouse, but we fail to identify the areas in which we have ourselves gone wrong in this conflict issues, the role you play in ensuring that it lingered up to this moment. So I need you to name that conflict that has eaten you guys up deeply, and I need you to name it, and I want you to know that there is help, and I am here to provide that help. So stay tuned. I'll be right back.